Now on CoastTV News.
Really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Assassination attempt aftermath. What we know on the day the Republican National Convention is set to start in Milwaukee.
Another round of intense heat is headed for Delmarva. Heat advisory for the next several days and sticking around into midweek. Highs in the 90s and feels like temperatures as high as 110. I'll track the heat and tell you when relief is on the way coming up.
Policy controversy, the action that could take place tonight by the Board of Education and the claims being made by the ACLU. Ocean City cannabis time change, what is being considered in the town and how Maryland law is influencing a potential decision.
This is CoastTV News Today.
And welcome to our 6 o'clock hour. It is Monday, July 15th, 2024. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick. Paige Marley is off this morning, and we're coming out of a weekend that saw some big-time rain. Now we have some big-time heat, and First Alert meteorologist Bob Tri is set to break it down for us with First Alert weather. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Matt. Good morning, Delmarva. Matt, you know, this isn't our first rodeo, so to speak, with this heat. We've had rounds of heat waves already, but this one might be the most intense as we go through the next several days. Heat advisory for Kent and Sussex counties. This goes until Wednesday. This also is the case for Salisbury, even excessive heat warning for parts of the eastern shore. Right now out the door, we're into the mid to upper 70s. Right now, a little cooler at the beach at 69 Ocean City, Bethany Beach 72, and Rehoboth at 79. A little bit of a breeze out there, but that's not going to bring us any relief today. Just a few clouds. Otherwise, we're looking at mainly clear skies and very hot conditions as we go through time. Any kind of storms around the New York area and offshore, we're just looking at very warm temperatures to hot later on. By 8:30, already into the mid-80s. By noon, into the lower 90s, and then we're well into the 90s, mid-90s by 2:30, 80s at the beaches, and still very hot as we go into the evening. Feels like temperatures inland today, 101 to 105, and 90s at the beaches. So take care in the heat. Try to stay in AC and make sure you have the sunscreen. It's a 10 on the UV scale today. In fact, it's a 10 the next several days, with the exception of Thursday, where we have a better chance of storms. So the higher SPF, midday shade, limit time outdoors, and avoid the sun late morning into early afternoon, and try to find air conditioning in this heat.
All right, thank you, Bob. We are now taking a live look at the site of the Republican National Convention. This is Milwaukee. Day one, expected to start today. The Republican theme on this day is the economy as Americans deal with high gas and grocery prices. It was about 13 hours ago that former President Trump arrived in Milwaukee for the convention. The start of the RNC convention comes on the heels of the assassination attempt on President Trump at his rally Saturday in Pennsylvania. Republicans are expected to formally nominate Trump for their 2024 presidential ticket later this week. But focus of the political world is on Pennsylvania this morning. That's in the wake of the attempted assassination of Donald Trump. Federal agents searching for evidence and answers, while the Secret Service is facing questions and criticism for what some in law enforcement are calling a massive security failure. NBC's Jay Gray shows us how officials say the shooter was able to gain access and where the investigation currently stands.
Former President Trump traveling to Milwaukee for today's opening of the Republican National Convention. Just a day after the attempt on his life. Late Sunday, posting the message, "Unite America," on social media as President Biden addresses a stunned nation from the Oval Office.
You know, the political record in this country has gotten very heated. It's time to cool it down. We all have a responsibility to do that.
Responsibility at the center of growing questions and frustration over how it could happen. A rooftop less than 150 yards from the rally stage left open and accessible. The alleged shooter, seen in this new video, able to fire at least 8 shots from the position before he's taken out by Secret Service snipers.
The buck does stop with the U.S. Secret Service. It's their plan. You're responsible, so you can't deflect blame on anybody else.
President Biden ordering an independent investigation into what many in law enforcement are calling a colossal breakdown and profound security failure.
If that bullet was 2 inches to the right, it would have penetrated the former president's forehead, and we would have a great American tragedy on our hands.
Federal agents searching for a motive say the man accused of pulling the trigger, 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks, is still a mystery, unknown to law enforcement before the attempted assassination. Jay Gray, NBC News, Butler, Pennsylvania.
A cell phone and other electronics belonging to crooks are now at the FBI lab in Quantico. Investigators are hoping they uncover data that will give them a better picture of the suspect and why he fired those shots at the former president. President Biden cut his weekend along our coast short after that attempt at Trump's rally. In remarks following the shooting, the president called the shooting sick and condemned political violence. It's only days after he said, quote, "It's time to put Trump in a bullseye," end quote. According to a White House official, Biden spoke with Trump after the shooting, and today he will participate in a one-on-one interview with Lester Holt before heading to Las Vegas. And you can watch that interview tonight on CoastTV. Lester Holt will sit down with President Joe Biden in an exclusive one-on-one interview. Watch a preview of it on NBC Nightly News, and then the full unedited interview on a primetime special at 9 p.m. That's right here on CoastTV. And then right after that, NBC News will feature Comprehensive Decision 2024 coverage and on-the-ground reporting from Milwaukee's Pfizer Forum all week for the 2024 Republican National Convention. Lester Holt and Savannah Guthrie, they will anchor special coverage Monday through Thursday, and this all starts after the interview at 9:30 p.m. We move on, and happening tonight, the Milford Board of Education expected to take action on several policies, including one that's been targeted by ACLU Delaware. It's Policy 6103, and supporters say it is designed to limit offensive items and material that could be distracting to the educational process. The ACLU says it infringes on free speech. The meeting is set to take place at 9 p.m. at the Milford High School. We have an update on a story that we've been covering for you out of Lewis. The Canal Front Park there is set to see a big makeover, upwards of $400,000. And today, the Parks and Rec Commission will review colors that could be used for the shaded areas of the playground. That's the area that we're showing you right there. The goal of the project is to increase safety and accessibility. And we're going to stay in Lewis. The city is the next place on the coast to talk marijuana. On Thursday, officials will hear a presentation from Commissioner Rob Koop regarding the state of Delaware marijuana legislation and regulations. Lewis has not yet set any bans or regulations on this topic. The Ocean City Planning Committee looking to change certain cannabis laws to align themselves with recent changes made by the state. To start, they will adjust the hours of operation. Originally, shops in Ocean City could only operate from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. This new proposal, they're going to expand that. Shops will be able to run from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. Would also put in rules to regulate locations. No shop could be within 500 feet of a school, place of worship, or public park. And we went to Ocean City to hear what people there think about all of this. And here is what one person on vacation told CoastTV News.
If there's individuals that need it for medicinal purposes based on if they're sick, a cancer, where this product does help them, they're terminal, I don't have an issue with it.
And the Ocean City Council will review the proposed changes during a later meeting. Lewis searching for bids for the maintenance dredging. Boat slips at the Canal Front Park Marina and private marinas around the area that we're showing you here on your screen. The bids will be accepted until 4 p.m. on Friday at City Hall. And for more information on how to submit one of those bids, you can go to coasttv.com. In Dewey Beach, the town could give some beach patrol more authority. Currently, the beach patrol will ask a beachgoer to stop activities that pose a danger, such as hitting or kicking objects if they believe it is causing problems. But while this usually works, the town says there's no legislation to support this if the beachgoer does not adhere. So the patrol is requesting an update to the ordinance that would grant lifeguards the ability to prohibit activities when necessary during on-duty hours. All this is scheduled to be reviewed on Friday. We're just getting started here in this hour on CoastTV News Today. Coming up, Delmarva draws blood, what you need to know about a blood drive that is happening today. Also, Bellhaven Hotel holdup, the feedback to Rehoboth Beach officials after yet another site plan review of the proposed hotel on Rehoboth Avenue. And Delta U.S. Uniforms update. What sparked the company to only allow U.S. pins for its employees? All that and more as CoastTV News Today continues.
Welcome to Beach Barrels. No matter where you're from, everyone is a local. Fun times and good vibes await with a wide variety of craft brews, plus our award-winning Primo Hoagies made fresh daily. Dance the night away at the best live music venue in Ocean City. And there's never a bad seat to catch your favorite sports team. Dine in or relax on our outside deck with comfortable seating and beautiful palm trees for a cozy, tropical atmosphere. Beach Barrels open 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. at 132nd and Coastal Highway.
Born in the stars, formed in the earth, shaped by designers around the world, and curated by Khalsa Jewelers in Lewis. Paul Chen, also known as Sundar Khalsa, is a meditation and yoga master as well as the owner of Khalsa Jewelers.
At Khalsa Jewelers, we offer signature pieces to celebrate love in those special moments in our life. Peace to all, light to all, love to all. Celebrate with us at historic Lewis and Rehoboth Beach.
Don't miss the Make It Ford sales event at Preston Ford. We have a wide selection of over 900 Ford models available for immediate purchase. You can enjoy savings of over $7,000 off MSRP on select 2024 Ford F-150 XLTs. Plus, we have 0% financing available on 2023 Mustang Mach-E's. Shop with us online at PrestonFord.com and we'll deliver it to your driveway today. Don't miss the exciting deals at the Make It Ford sales event at Preston Ford. Remember, cars cost less in Preston.
Welcome to Farmhouse Pet Lodge, your pet's home away from home. Our state-of-the-art secure lodge offers exceptional care for dogs, cats, and other pets. For daycare or boarding with private suites, custom food prep, UV air filtration, centralized disinfection, and 24/7 care. Your pet will be safe, healthy, and happy. Book now and get 10% off your first stay. Ask about our grooming services and tailored training programs. Give your furry friends an amenity-filled vacation at our family-owned, conveniently located Farmhouse Pet Lodge.
Just about 6:12 on our Monday morning. Looking pretty good in Milford right now. Dry conditions after all that rain last week, and now it's the heat. Not too bad this morning. Mid to upper 70s inland areas, 60s and 70s mainly along the coast, but those temperatures skyrocket quickly. We have a light southwesterly breeze and maybe a few areas of fog. Otherwise, it's going to be that blazing sunshine today. Just a few clouds back to the west, but the big story is the heat on the golf course and elsewhere as well. So I put it in the fair category just because it is going to be so brutal out there. 96 later on, feels like temperatures 101 to 105. Maybe have one of those wet scarves to keep your neck cool, and make sure you have a lot of water on the golf cart this afternoon.
This week, finance will be front and center in Lewis. On Tuesday, officials will get together to review existing money sources and even future ones. Also on that agenda, a review of city investments and the fiscal year budget. Happening tonight, there are going to be some closures in the Milton area. You can see the location of where that will take place right there on your screen. It'll be tonight through Friday, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Crews will be working on the bridge project at Route 1 and West Route 16. Inflation could be fluctuating, which could impact the amount seniors receive for Social Security payments next year. This all has to do with cost of living adjustments. According to the latest estimates from the Senior Citizens League, Social Security recipients can expect payments to increase about 2.6% in 2025. Last year's cost of living increase was 3.2%. Starting today, Delta employees will have to alter their uniforms. A new policy states they cannot wear pins representing other countries or nationalities other than the U.S. This happened after 2 flight attendants wore pins showing a Palestinian flag, but a post on X called them Hamas badges. This all went viral, and after the fallout, the company says it wants to create a, quote, safe, comfortable, and welcoming environment for all. Still ahead, Bellhaven Hotel hold up the lengthy bureaucratic approval for the proposed Rehoboth Beach luxury hotel.
We're seeing mainly clear skies in Laurel right now. Good visibility, 77, and the summer sizzle is back today and hanging on the next few days with intense heat and humidity. I'll track the heat and let you know when we will see some relief coming up. I'll have your forecast in 2 minutes.
NBC News Daily, weekdays at 1 on CoastTV.
Big fun is on at the Delaware State Fair. Carnival games, thrilling rides, food, music, and more. Buy unlimited ride wristbands before July 18th and save $15. July 18th through 27th. Tickets at DelawareStateFair.com.
This summer, Lewis is your go-to destination for live music. Rocking the Docks brings you the best tunes from soulful sounds to classic vibes. There's something for everyone. Plus, enjoy food trucks and explore our vendor market at every show. Don't miss out on beautiful sunsets and great tunes. And don't forget to bring the whole family. Kids 12 and under are free. Rocking the Docks, your summer soundtrack. Tickets on sale now at rockingthedockslewis.com.
It's whaler season at Taylor Marine Center. Enjoy summer savings on the unsinkable legend, Boston Whaler. Taylor Marine Center has unprecedented inventory, factory incentives, and year-end savings on Montauk's, Vantages, the newly designed Dauntless, and the offshore classic Outrage. Taylor Marine Center, with 2 award-winning locations to serve you in Milford, Delaware, and Ocean City, Maryland. Visit Taylor Marine today, your whaler season dealer.
Big fun country is on. The Delaware Lottery Summer Concert Series at the M&T Bank Grandstand. John Party, Jordan Davis, Cooper Allen, Brantley Gilbert, and more. July 18th through 27th. Tickets at DelawareStateFair.com.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Right now, pet dander, skin cells, mold spores, pollen, and dirt are being sucked into your air ducts. Get cleaner air and system efficiency now with Stanley Steamer. For over 75 years, we've continually engineered our equipment and processes to deep clean your entire home. Your air ducts aren't clean until they're Stanley Steamer clean.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Time is 6:16, hot, humid, as we're going to show you a live look here near the Indian River Inlet Bridge. Let's throw in some haziness there too, Bob.
Yeah.
I'm a bit shocked that in mid-July we have conditions like this.
Yeah, the middle of summer, almost a dog days, and you're shocked, Matt. Okay, we have the 3 H's going. We have hazy, hot, and humid as we go through the next few days. It's in the weather headlines, a heat advisory today through Wednesday for Sussex County. Mid to upper 90s temperatures. Feels like temperatures 102 to 110. The core of the heat is tomorrow, where many inland areas are right around that. Feels like temperature 110, but then a front moves in later Wednesday. Gusty winds and hail possible with storms into the evening. That will put an end to the heat wave, but we have that heat advisory shaded in orange, even along the coastal areas of Delaware. Not so in Maryland, where you also have a heat advisory around Salisbury, and in this purplish area, excessive heat warning for parts of the eastern shore. Yeah, hot stuff the next few days. 69 Ocean City, 79 in Rehoboth right now, Georgetown at 75, and we have a light southwesterly breeze. Not going to cool us off today, as we're looking at just a few clouds floating through right now. Otherwise, mainly clear. There are some clouds back to the west. That's not going to really cool us off today. Some storms around the New York City area right now and well to our east. Otherwise, it's dry. There is a bit of storminess across the Midwest with a trough there, but it's going to take a while for that trough in the front to knock this heat wave out of here. It's going to be with us for a few days. So futurecast this morning, quickly warming from the 70s into the mid 80s by 9:30, and then we move into the 12:30 hour. Look at this, low to mid 90s inland, even 90s back through Rehoboth and Lewis, 80s farther south along the coast, and then inland it's middle 90s. It's a scorcher, and it's even in the 90s this evening, and then it's a slow decline through the 80s through the overnight. Only upper 70s tomorrow morning, and then we're setting up for perhaps the hottest day of the year tomorrow, mid to upper 90s. A bit more of a southerly breeze, but look at Bethany Beach, even 89 for you. Very, very hot, and very hot as we go into Tuesday evening with 90s and eventually 80s. And then by Wednesday morning, 7 a.m., we're in the low to mid 80s. It's going to be another scorcher with mid 90s on your Wednesday. But then that front comes in, gives us a better chance of showers later in the evening. But feels like temperatures into this afternoon around 102 to 105. And we're looking at 90s along the coast. And Tuesday, look at these, feels like temperatures around 107 in Berlin, 109 in Millsboro, 108 in Seaford, and maybe even feeling like 100 in Bethany Beach. And then on Wednesday, another hot day with triple-digit heat indices and very hot along the coast. But then that should be the end of it as a cold front slides through. Showers and storms Wednesday night and into Thursday knocks our temperatures into the 80s, and eventually lower humidity builds in by Friday with more in the way of sunshine. Paul Davis, 7-day forecast, 96 today, and then a first alert tomorrow for that very hot day, perhaps the hottest of the year, 98 then. then back to 95 on Wednesday. Showers and storms later on will put an end to the heat, and then mid-80s Thursday. Still a little stormy. Dry Friday, and then mid-80s for the weekend. Not too bad. Showers Saturday, but then drier on Sunday.
Thank you, Bob. And well, as Bob just showed us, the heat is not letting up this week. Actually, this year's summer heat is breaking records. Reports show June was the 13th consecutive month to break a global heat record. Scientists say heat waves becoming the new norm. Here in the U.S., this June was the second warmest in 130 years, according to the National Centers for Environmental Information. Last month ranked in the top 10 warmest Junes on record for 20 states. For years, the Papa John family has been trying to build a hotel on Rehoboth Avenue in Rehoboth Beach, above where the Candy Kitchen is located on the boardwalk. Another site plan review was held after concerns were raised back in June. According to the plans, the proposed hotel would be 4 stories high. There'd be retail space on the bottom, and there'd actually be an underground parking garage. We went to Rehoboth Beach to learn what people there think about this hotel, and here is what one person told us.
Obviously, as mentioned earlier, it would be really good for the people in the hotel, be able to see out into the ocean, but I think it would encumber the view for anyone kind of behind the hotel, especially someone walking down Rehoboth Avenue. And it seems like it would be kind of crowded here in this one central place behind the bandstand, which would, I think, take away from some of the openness that we're used to here at the boardwalk.
And after much back and forth among the commission, they recommended amendments to the site plan for the application to consider, and the amendments related to concerns about the height of the hotel's antenna, the hotel's impact on traffic, the loading dock, also the impact of construction on the surrounding businesses and homes. Up next, Delmarva Draws Blood will tell you about a key blood drive taking place on the peninsula happening today. Stay with us on CoastTV News today.
The UV Index Weather Report is sponsored by Ocean City Tourism, somewhere to smile about.
The big Delaware Marine Trades Association Boat Show, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Hudson Fields in Milton. Multiple dealerships, bargain prices, runabouts, fishing boats, pontoons, and more on Route 1 in Milton, Delaware.
The trailblazing Jesse Graff goes for glory once again. Hasn't hit a buzzer in 4 years. Oh, it's gonna be close!
Ninja Warrior, tonight on NBC and Peacock.
Tonight, an NBC News exclusive. Lester Holt, one-on-one with President Biden. The full unedited interview, followed by special coverage of the Republican National Convention. It all starts tonight at 9 p.m. on NBC.
Feel like you need to get away? Fisherman's Wharf Adventures has a getaway for you. Hop aboard our fleet of boats for fishing, dolphin cruises, and whale watching, or just lounging with friends and enjoying a cocktail. We offer full and half-day fishing, evening cruises, events, and even private charters too. Enjoy the adventure and take in the magic of the sea. With 3 generations in the business, we guarantee you'll enjoy the ride. What are you waiting for? Check us out online and call to book your trip today.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry-first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation, where we bring the showroom to you.
The big Delaware Marine Trades Association Boat Show, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Hudson Fields in Milton. Multiple dealerships, bargain prices, runabouts, fishing boats, pontoons, and more on Route 1 in Milton, Delaware.
Blood Drive is happening today in Ocean View. This is going to take place at the Community Center from 1 to 6. So if you want to donate, make sure to have your ID. And they're also advising that you should eat a good breakfast. People and pets are recovering from the latest round of severe weather. We felt that weather from Burl here on the coast. The National Weather Service confirms several tornadoes hit New York, affecting some animals and damaging property. In Vermont, officials say rescuers saved more than 800 people and at least 15 cats or dogs from floods. We're joined again by First Alert meteorologist Bob Try. It may be hot on the sand today, but I think getting into the ocean or bay water, that could be the thing to do today.
I would think so, you know, Matt. Me and my wife were at the beach yesterday. We saw a lot of folks biking with the lawn chairs, the beach chairs on their backs. So that must be the way to go, and that's the place to be today, Chincoteague and Assateague. We're looking at sunshine, a little cooler for you, but still mid to upper 80s in both those locations. Lots of sunshine. That UV index is high. Fenwick Island and Ocean City, well, close to 90 in Fenwick Island, mid 80s for Ocean City. Waves around 2 to 4 feet. 3-day forecast is a hot one, mid to upper 90s on the Bayside in Cambridge. Storms increasing later Wednesday, and the same for Crisfield. Maybe a little cooler for you, but cooler meaning low to mid 90s in those triple-digit feels like temperatures. It's going to be scorching for the next 3 days, and then relief after that with a cold front. I'll break down the heat and those storm chances coming up in a few minutes.
After the break on Coast TV News Today, a proposed policy surrounding expression that's on the table at the Milford School District. We'll tell you why the ACLU Delaware believes it infringes free speech. Also, Biden's coastal weekend cut short after the attempted assassination of former President Trump. We'll show you his message to the country. And tumultuous weekend for Trump. That man, the assassin, his bullet took the life of a former fire chief. That as the Republican National Convention begins today in Milwaukee. Coast TV News Today will be right back.
Shower Glass. Our name says it all. We provide the best custom shower glass on the shore in a fraction of the time, and our reviews prove it.
Shower Glass delivers the best fit, finish, and fastest service.
Reliable scheduling, competitive pricing, the best in the business.
They're the only one we call for shower glass.
Frameless beauty with speed, accuracy, and lifetime warranties. Shower Glass. It's all we do. Visit showerglassdoors.net to schedule your free consultation.
Got a plumbing problem that can't wait? Then why would you? At FH Fur, we know how frustrating it is to be stuck waiting for help, which is why we offer same-day service guaranteed. Whether it's a leaky faucet, a clogged drain, a broken pipe, you name it. The expert plumbers at FH Fur are standing by and ready to get you out of hot water. Or maybe into some hot water, if that's your issue. Same-day service guaranteed, regardless of your plumbing predicament.
877-GO-FUR, FHFur.com.
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here.
We're Delaware Electric Cooperative, and we're proud to keep the lights on.
Turn your dreams of a perfect kitchen into reality with That Cabinet Store, where a dedicated team of designers will bring your vision to life. Whether it's traditional or European, kitchen design is our specialty. And we can get your fully customized kitchen cabinets installed in as little as 4 weeks, semi-custom in 10 days. And if you're looking for new countertops, we offer quality in-house fabricated countertops. Dream today, designs for tomorrow at That Cabinet Store, located with Matt the Carpet Guy in Selbyville and Salisbury.
Now on Coast TV News.
Deadly chaos before the convention, the Secret Service failing that led to the death of a former firefighter attending a rally for Donald Trump ahead of the Republican National Convention.
It's another round of intense heat for Delmarva. Heat advisories in place the next few days, highs in the 90s. Feels like temperatures as high as 110. I'll track the heat and tell you when relief is on the way coming up.
Board battles ACLU backlash. We look at the policy that could be voted on tonight in Milford and the claims made by those opposing it. Colors on the Canal Playground, the latest on the project to improve the park area there in Lewis.
This is Coast TV News Today.
July 15th, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Paige Marley is off today, and we are approaching 6:29 on this Monday morning. Not a rainy day, but to play off that Carpenter song, this humidity might get you down. First Alert meteorologist Bob Try, he joins us now to help you prepare as you make your way out the door. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Matt. I see what you did there with the Carpenters. Rainy days on Monday. No, we don't have the rain today, but we certainly have the heat. We have a heat advisory for Sussex County and other areas, including Salisbury and Maryland and parts of the Eastern Shore right through Wednesday. Really hot temperatures and humidity. Out the door this morning, mid to upper 70s inland and then 60s and low 70s along the coast right now. And we've got a light southwesterly breeze and maybe a few pockets of fog out there. But otherwise, it's just mainly clear right now, so looking good on your commute. We've got storms up in the New York area and a few clouds back to our west, but we're looking quiet. It's just hot as we go through time. 8:30, we're in the mid-80s and already in the low 90s by lunchtime. Lewis and Rehoboth, even 91. And along the beaches, almost 90 in Bethany Beach, but 81 in Fenwick Island. And look at these mid-90s into the inland areas. Just scorching heat as we go into the evening, slowly falling temperatures. And by 3:30, feels like temperatures around 102 to 105 inland and even right along the immediate coast, feeling like 90. So take care in the heat. Take breaks. Try to stay in air conditioning if you can. Dress for summer. Have a lot of water on hand. You can't drink enough water in the heat. Make sure you have a cold beverage. Sunscreen, a must. SPF 30+. And make sure you have your shades as well.
Thank you, Bob. We are now taking a live look at the Republican National Convention site in Milwaukee. The four-day event will culminate with the nomination of Donald Trump for a third consecutive time. It was just before 6 p.m. last night that former President Trump, arrived in Milwaukee for the convention. Start of the RNC convention comes on the heels of the assassination attempt on Trump at his rally Saturday in Pennsylvania. And sometime this week, Trump will announce his pick for vice president. But the shockwaves from the attempted assassination of Donald Trump still reverberating in the political world and around the globe as the investigation continues. Authorities are still trying to determine the shooter's motive. On Sunday, President Biden gave a rare Oval Office address calling for calm and unity, but this is only days after saying a bullseye should be put on Trump. Reed Binion shows us his calls now to the nation in what is expected as the Republican National Convention begins today.
My fellow Americans,
President Joe Biden addressing the nation Sunday from the Oval Office.
We can't allow this violence to be normalized.
Just a day after a failed assassination attempt against former President Donald Trump Saturday. The lone gunman killed by the Secret Service moments later, according to law enforcement officials. Biden on Sunday emphasizing the importance of toning down the rhetoric in America's ultra-polarized national political discourse.
It's time to cool it down. We all have a responsibility to do that. Yes, we have deeply felt strong disagreements. The power to change America should always rest in the hands of the people, not in the hands of would-be assassins.
Earlier, Biden ordered an independent review of security measures at Saturday's rally where the assassination attempt took place. His address Sunday night came just hours before the start of the Republican National Convention Monday in Milwaukee, where former President Trump will formally accept the GOP presidential nomination and is expected to unveil his running mate. As for any security concerns following the assassination attempt, the Secret Service appears confident it can keep the RNC safe.
We are confident in these security plans that are in place for this event, and we're ready to go.
I'm Reed Binion reporting.
President Biden did cut his weekend along our coast short after the attempt at Trump's rally. In remarks following the shooting, President Biden called the shooting sick and condemned the political violence. According to a White House official, Biden spoke with Trump after the shooting, and today he will participate in a one-on-one interview with Lester Holt before heading to Las Vegas. Also happening today, the Milford Board of Education will discuss a controversial speech policy. That's what some are calling it. According to the ACLU Delaware, the Board of Education is set to vote on proposed policy 6103. Supporters say this is designed to limit offensive items and material that could be distracting to the educational process. The ACLU claims this infringes on free speech. This meeting is set to take place at 9 p.m. at the Milford High School. Do have an update on a story that we've been covering for you out of Lewis. The Canal Front Park there is set to see a big makeover, upwards of $400,000 worth of makeover. Today, the Parks and Rec Commission will review colors that could be used for shaded areas of the playground, some of that area that we're showing you right here. The goal is to increase safety and accessibility there at the park. Lewis is also the next place on the coast to talk marijuana. On Thursday, the city will hear a presentation from Commissioner Rob Koop regarding the state of Delaware marijuana legislation and regulations. Lewis has not yet set any bans or regulations on this topic. A lot more news to get to in this final half hour. Don't go anywhere. And coming up, Delaware prepares for the fair. I'll tell you when all the fun and festivities are set to begin in Harrington. Also, Gelof's Granny, part of a big weekend at the park in Philly for the former Cape Henlopen Viking. And on your screen, pictures of yet another crash. This at the Georgetown Circle. We'll tell you what possible solution the mayor there is considering. Stay with us on Coast TV News Today.
Get ready for the adventure of a lifetime with summer savings at Gateway Subaru. Right now, save up to $3,300 on a new 2024 Subaru Outback. Plus, take advantage of great financing rates as low as 0% for 48 months. At Gateway Subaru, we're committed to higher standards, ensuring every journey starts with trust and excellence. Stop by and discover the thrill of the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester. Designed for the bold, ready for any adventure. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Enjoy 10 songs in a row. Sponsored by Pohanga Kia of Salisbury.
At Atlantic General Hospital, we've been busy. Busy expanding healthcare services that are second to none in our region. From cancer care and women's health services to orthopedics, gastroenterology, and more, we provide advanced health technologies delivered by top providers. Expert care every day. It's what you can count on from Atlantic General Hospital.
Turn on Bionic Spotlight Extreme 360, the motion-activated home defense light that looks just like a security camera. It detects even the slightest motion and automatically triggers 6 ultra-bright LED high beams. Call or go online and order your Bionic Extreme 360 for just $19.99. Plus, get free shipping on your entire order.
To order, call 1-800-316-1548 or go online to buybionic360.com. Call now.
Paris, the city of light, welcomes incredible athletes and their stories as the world takes heart at the 2024 Paris Paralympics.
Just about 6:37 on this Monday morning. Tullen Razor Cam. The water's a place to be today. Delaware Bay looking inviting for boats and swimmers and the like. And we're looking at just some mid to high level clouds floating through right now. Mid to upper 70s. 75 Georgetown. Seaford 76. Bethany Beach right now 72. And a light wind. That wind's going to be a hot and humid wind for today. We're seeing some clouds. Otherwise, just lots of sunshine today. A few more clouds to our north and west. But it is going to be a scorcher. Here's your golf forecast. Yeah, have plenty of water on the golf cart and just try to stay cool. Bring probably a change of clothes as well because you might soak through them. 96, very hot. Feels like 101 to 105 with the heat advisory. And call the Coast TV First Alert weather phone for your latest forecast. It's sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandalis, Brockstead, and Federico.
Now facing several charges after Georgetown police say they arrested him for crashing into the circle. Police say around 2 a.m. on Saturday, a Nissan Pathfinder was found there. It was determined that Mario Ramirez was driving east down West Market Street. That's when he failed to stop. And police say he hit the street sign, camera post, and police monument. Security footage showed him running away from the scene. And Georgetown police say he was arrested Sunday. Over the past few months, the Georgetown Circle, that has been the site of a number of crashes. Remember back in April, a driver was going too fast. They crashed into a street sign and fire hydrant at the Circle. In November 2023, a driver knocked over the memorial for fallen officer Chad Spicer. Georgetown Mayor Bill West previously said the town was exploring the idea of raising the height of the curb to 15 to 18 inches. And according to Mayor West, there have been 6 crashes that have all similarly gone onto the grass and damaged town property in the past year and a half at the Circle. A fragment of World War II era ordnance washed ashore on Assateague Island over the weekend. You're going to want to check out this video here. Staff and visitors waited for officials from the Dover Air Force Base to deal with the fragment. On your screen, you can see officials handling the explosion. Now, this is not the first time this has happened in Assateague. Officials on the island say during the summer of 2022, multiple fragments washed onto the beach. And all this is the result of, during World War II, the U.S. Navy and Army Corps used the Maryland portion of that island as a bombing range. The Worcester County Sheriff's Office says they have broken up a large drug trafficking ring. This is after an 8-month-long multi-state drug trafficking investigation. It led to the arrest of 5 people: Jared Rhodes, Tyrone Burdell, William Miller, Simone Burdell, and Tavon Biles. According to police, the group was distributing significant amount of cocaine, not only in Worcester County, but in Sussex County, Delaware as well. And police say more than $150,000 worth of cocaine was seized. They also found large quantities of cash and other evidence alleged to be for distribution of illegal drugs. Loyalties along the Delaware coast tested this weekend at the park in South Philly. We know there are plenty of Philly fans here. There are also the same people who once saw Zach Geloff lead Cape Henlopen High School to a state baseball championship in high school baseball. And this weekend they got to see him and his athletics take on the team with the best record in the MLB. The Phillies, they got things started in the first. Number 2 hitter in the lineup, Trey Turner, digs that out. Goes high, deep, and gone. That's Turner's 11th of the season. 1-0 Phillies. It was 2-1 Oakland in the 5th. That's when Lawrence Butler turns on the Michael Mercado pitch. Butler would hit 3 home runs on the day. The rout was on, and, well, then there's Geloff. Bases juiced in the 9th. A grand slam for the former Cape Henlopen Viking, Zach Geloff. 2 home runs in 2 days for Geloff in front of family and friends. Oakland hit 8 of them in this game as the Phillies lose the series to the Athletics. Nationals cannot get the sweep of the Brewers. They head into the All-Star break 9 games under 500. Former Shorebird Cedric Mullins drove in the tying and winning runs in the 9th with a double as the Orioles get the win over the Yankees. Now, how about the current Shorebirds? Kevin Guerrero with 2 doubles in this game Sunday against the Hillcats. This one in the 8th brings home 2 runs. And the Birds get a split in the series at Lynchburg. To NASCAR defending Cup champ Ryan Blaney led the final 44 laps Sunday at Pocono to get his 2nd win of the season and the 12th of his career. His first win, that was back in 2017 at this same track in Northeast Pennsylvania. Movie news now from the big and small screens. Here's David Daniel with today's Hollywood Minute.
You're acting like you've never seen a coup before. This is crazy. Someday, you'll thank me.
It's tough to be the daughter of the Queen of Hearts in Descendants, The Rise of Red. The latest movie in the fantasy franchise features Kylie Cantrell as Red, who goes on a journey of self-discovery.
I think already being a teenager is confusing enough in figuring out what your place in the world is going to be and who you are. But once you add on having a villain for a mom and having a tough upbringing, I think that adds a whole other layer. And I really think that that's kind of the backbone for why Red is the way that she is, why she has that tough kind of guarded exterior.
Descendants, The Rise of Red is now streaming on Disney+.
It's been a program that was established to help people get more in touch with their feelings and truly get some rehabilitation.
I am Gladiator Goliath. I am Spartacus.
I'm Prince Hamlet of Denmark.
And it's turned into something, I don't know, wonderful.
A wonderful start for Sing Sing. The drama, based on the real prison program Rehabilitation Through the Arts, opened in 4 theaters and grossed an estimated $137,000, an impressive average of more than $34,000 per theater. Sing Sing expands to wide release August 2nd. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Has some sad news to report. Shannon Doherty, the star of Beverly Hills 90210, has died. The actress's longtime publicist confirmed to People magazine that Doherty died Saturday, surrounded by loved ones after a years-long battle with breast cancer. She rose to fame as Brenda Walsh on the original Beverly Hills 90210. She was also known for her role on the series Charmed, and Doherty was 53 years old.
Weather-wise, we're seeing hazy sunshine right now in Ocean View, 78. It's going to be a scorcher as a summer sizzle. It's back. the next few days at least, with intense heat and humidity. I'll track the heat and let you know when we will see some relief. That's coming up in your full forecast in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Delmarva's Rock Station, 93.5, The Beach.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness? If you've ever experienced the warning signs of bad circulation, then you need Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way. Soothe pain and calm restless legs. Reduce swelling in your legs, ankles, and feet, and stimulate healthy circulation. Stay active with Legzercise Pro.
Weather shapes our lives. At Coast TV, First Alert Weather means we are always at work, ensuring you have the information you need.
We have a strong line that begins to press its way through central portions of Sussex.
Because we know how much weather matters to our coastal community.
Make sure you take cover from these storms.
In sunshine or storms, our promise is to guide, inform, and protect. Weather coverage that prioritizes you. Coast TV First Alert Weather. Your safety, our commitment.
877-CALL-FIR, FHFIR.com.
Hurricane season is here, which means power outages can strike anytime without warning. Don't get caught in the dark. Let the expert electricians at FH Fir install a Generac whole home standby generator, keeping your lights on, your family connected, and your home safe no matter what. Call FH Fir today and get $1,000 off. Plus, for a limited time, we'll include a whole home surge protector absolutely free. When Mother Nature strikes, it's too late. Stay powered, stay safe with FH Fir.
877-CALL-FIR, FHFIR.com.
Time is 6:46, and you are now checking in live high above Laurel. You can see some of the mix of the clouds and the blue skies there. Earlier, Bob, I think you gave an underrated tip. If you're spending any time outside, any significant time, a second set of clothes would probably be helpful.
Yeah, and maybe a towel too. You know, I mean, if you sweat through your clothes easily, it's good to have a change of clothes. Make sure you have that wet towel that you can put around your neck to keep cool, and a lot of water. Whatever you're doing, make sure you stay hydrated, as we have a heat advisory today right through Wednesday morning for Sussex County, even including the coast this time. It's going to be hot there. But farther south, we're excluding the coast near Golf Club Shores and east of Ocean Pines. But inland, it's a heat advisory for Salisbury and back into areas of Maryland and the Eastern Shore. You're in an excessive heat warning until Wednesday morning for Easton, Andersontown, and Greensboro, where our heat indices are going to be flirting with 110 at times the next few days. Temperatures now pretty mild to start, mid-70s in Salisbury and Delmar, 78 in Millsboro, Indian River Inlet, 75 Ocean Pines. Right now you're at 75 with a light breeze. This is not going to keep you cool today, as this is a hot breeze coming in out of the southwest. Just some mid to high level clouds floating through on the satellite picture. Maybe a few more clouds to the west, a little bit of a trough here, and some storms up near the New York City area. Otherwise, it's just the heat that is on. There is a bit of a trough across the Midwest. It's going to take a few days for this trough and the cold front to push all this hot air out of here. In the meantime, it's just plain hot. Here's Futurecast, 8 a.m. already in the low 80s, mid to upper 80s by 10 a.m. and by 12:30, low to mid 90s. Even along the coast, Lewis and Rehoboth seeing low 90s, 80s from Fenwick Island to Dewey Beach, and close to 90 at Bethany Beach, while inland we're into the mid-90s and feeling much hotter with the humidity, and then low 90s even around 7 o'clock, and then it's a slow decline through the 80s tonight with clear skies by 5:30. Look at this. Many of us do not drop below 80 degrees. That hot, and that's setting us up for perhaps the hottest day of the year on Tuesday. Mid to upper 90s. It is a first alert day because it could be the hottest day of the year with 80s along the coast. Winds pick up, some clouds into Tuesday night, but then it's still very hot on Wednesday. 80s, then eventually low to mid 90s. But we start to see more showers and storms into the evening. Here's 6:30, and that's the change. That's the end of our heat wave, increasing storms at that time. But feels like temperatures today around 102 to 105 away from the coast, 90s at the beaches, 107 to maybe 110 inland areas on Tuesday. Even Bethany Beach maybe around 100, and then sizzling heat again on Wednesday around 230, which feels like temperatures around 110. And then we see that cold front coming through later Wednesday into Thursday morning, maybe gusty winds and some hail. And some of those storms linger into Thursday, and then it does start to dry out with lower humidity into Friday. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, mid-90s today, 96, and then the first alert day Tuesday for the heat, 98 with triple-digit heat indices as high as 110, 95 Wednesday, and then storms later in the day Wednesday into Thursday ends the heat wave, middle 80s into the end of the week. Dry Friday, maybe some showers Sunday, but the weekend not too bad as temperatures are better into the mid-80s with lower humidity. Just that rain chance on Saturday and drier Sunday.
Thanks, Bob. The Maryland State Department of Education is offering free meals this summer at sites statewide. The USDA federally funded program, along with local sponsors, this ensures that students in the state receive the necessary nutrition during the summer months. And locations can be found on the Maryland State Department of Education website. Free meals or snacks are served at participating sites, and ID is not required. Popular education program from DNREC is back. DNREC invites families of all ages to participate in Life in the Bay, the education program. This is where you can learn about fish and other aquatic creatures that live in the Delaware Bay. And there'll be two program dates, July 31st and August 7th. This will take place at Woodland Beach. Delaware State Fair back this week with carnival rides, competitions, and concerts, including Rick Springfield. He's performing opening night. That's Thursday, July 18th. All the fun continues through July 27th. Right now it's 6:50 on this Monday morning. Time to check in with our coastal pet of the day. And today's coastal pets are two best buds. We got Toby and Manny here. They love golf cart rides where they can get to explore and show off to their friends. They can show off those patriotic hats they're wearing, and they were submitted to us by Amy and Longneck. Hey, we want to see more of your pets on Delmarva, so send us photos. Tell us what makes them special. Take a look at your screen because that's where that QR code is at the top. If you scan that, you can submit your furry friend to CoastTV News and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
Some patriotic pups there. We're looking at Delaware Bay. Not too bad right now. An inviting place today with all the heat expected. Just some mid to high level clouds. We're looking at that heat continuing into the midweek time period. Then the heat breaks with the cold front with increasing showers and storms. And then cooler weather for the end of the week and into the weekend. I'll have your 10-day forecast coming up after the break.
Accurate termite and pest control. Our professional pest management program includes year-round protection, 4 seasonal visits or more, and pest-free peace of mind. Locally owned and operated, Accurate Termite and Pest Control, on target since 1995.
Did you know there's more than one way to sell your home? If you can wait and want top dollar, use a real estate agent. But if you have tight deadlines, need fast cash, or just want to walk away, you might consider a professional home buyer. In less than 30 days, without making any repairs, waiting on buyer financing, or endless negotiations, your home could be sold. Delmarva Dave is here to help. For more information about Delmarva Dave, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
What do you do when your tire goes flat and there's no air anywhere? You reach for Bullseye Pro, the smarter, faster, hands-free way to fill it up with air. Bullseye Pro is equipped with a rechargeable lithium-ion power plant. So fast and so convenient. It's like the power of an air compressor in the palm of your hand. Look, you can inflate all 4 tires on a single charge. It has a built-in smart pressure digital sensor that gauges and automatically stops when the set tire pressure is reached. Easily inflate pool toys, exercise balls, and more. Call or go online now and get the complete Bullseye Pro inflation system for the factory direct price of just $79.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free, and we'll give you a 50% discount on a second one. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-771-0865. That's 1-800-771-0865, or go to getbullseyepro.com.
Accurate termite and pest control. A new season is coming, and so are the pests. Day one in. Trust Accurate to keep them out year-round. Locally owned and operated, Accurate Termite and Pest Control. On target since 1995.
Time is 6:54, and it is time for things you need to know before you go. And today is the start of the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee. That is presumptive nominee Donald Trump landing last night. That was just one day after he survived an assassination attempt at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. The Secret Service failure there resulted in the death of a former fire chief who was in attendance at that event. Happening tonight, the Milford Board of Education expected to take action on several policies, including one that's been targeted by ACLU Delaware. That policy is 6103. Supporters say it's designed to limit offensive items and material that could be distracting to the educational process. The ACLU says it infringes on free speech. Ocean City Planning Committee is looking to change certain cannabis laws to align themselves with recent changes made by the state. To start, they will adjust the hours of operation. Originally, shops in Ocean City could only operate from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. A new proposal would expand that, allowing shops to run from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. It would also put in rules to regulate locations. No shop could be within 500 feet of a school, place of worship, or public park. A man is now facing several charges after Georgetown police say they arrested him for crashing into the Circle. Police say this was around 2 a.m. on Saturday. It's when a Nissan Pathfinder was found. It was determined that Mario Ramirez was driving east down West Market Street. That's when he failed to stop. Police say he hit the street sign, camera posts, and police monument. Security footage showed him running away from the scene. Georgetown police say he was arrested Sunday. Rehoboth Beach's Zach Geloff had the big weekend against the Phillies at the park. The Oakland Athletic homered on Saturday, then yesterday this grand slam in front of family and friends as his A's won 2 out of 3 over the Phillies. It's now 6:56. We got a quick look at your forecast before you head out the door. And Bob, it is steamy, hot, humid. Just throw in whatever adjective you want for this July day.
Yeah, Matt, this could be the hottest stretch of the summer, Monday through Wednesday, and we've had a series of these heat waves already. The good news, it only lasts 3 days, but it's going to be pretty intense as we're quickly rising through the 80s this morning, very muggy as well, and then by the afternoon into the mid-90s. Couple that with humidity, it's going to be feeling like 102 to around 105 just away from the coast, and then even right along the immediate coast, you're feeling like 90s this afternoon. That's why we have a heat advisory in place. Paul Davis 10-day forecast going 96 today, then 98 tomorrow, shaded in red. It's a first alert day because we could be seeing heat index values maybe around 110 or even higher. Then 95 Wednesday, still hot and humid, but storms later in the day where the cold front ends the heat wave. More storms into Thursday, 85, and then mid-80s into the weekend, maybe showers Saturday, and then drier Sunday, and then still in the 80s, but no big heat waves after this series of heat.
Thanks, Bob, and thank you for joining us here on Coast TV News Today. The Today Show is coming up next at 7 a.m., and then we'll be back with Coast TV News Midday. That's at 11 a.m., so stick with us for that. And for even more news and coverage, download our apps. Have a great day, everybody.